Such beautiful bird song to start the day. I can almost promise you that by the end of this vlog, all the jasmine, the 𝑭𝒂𝒡𝒅 on the house is going to be in bloom. The first few flowers are just starting to peep through. Good morning, my darlings. Not the most glamorous place to start vlogging this morning, but I'm on my way into London this morning, currently at the dreaded traffic lights, which can literally make or break whether you reach your train on time or not. So fingers crossed. Today's going to be a nice day. I've got a few meetings, I've got a few fun appointments, and while I'm on the train I'm going to see if I can book in a last minute brow appointment. I have not done anything to my eyebrows in probably over a year, and I feel that they need some attention. So I'm going to see if I can book in some last minute appointments. I also would really like to try to get a hat for Royal Ascot, which is next week. Yes, I have left it very last minute. All the good ones will be gone, I am sure, but that's a little mission that I've got today. But my meetings are all at lovely different eateries throughout London, places that I've either not been to before or that I've had on my wish list for a little while, so it should be a lovely day. It's also the start of the heat wave. At least I hope it's gonna turn into a proper heat wave, hence why I don't even have a jacket with me today. This feels really lovely, but I was really dragging out my time at the house this morning. I've already pushed back which train I'm getting because I just wanted to spend longer in the house. Charlie's got a shoot day with Sarah, who shoots the most gorgeous interior photos, so I wanted to put some fresh blooms in the house. Anyway, traffic lights are green, so let's try and make this train. So first meeting done, and I've just been to Neco Health for my mole scan, all looks good. And now, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, this is where I came at Vlogmas for my ribbons, and this could actually be pretty perfect. This looks really perfect colour-wise for the dress that I'm wearing to Ascot. Hats can be very expensive though, so I'm just going to pop in and have a little look. I love this one here, which is kind of just raffia rattan with a little bow on it. That's gorgeous. And which other one did I spot? This one here. Also just loving the raffia on a hat. Who'd have thought it? And that way they'll just kind of go with everything. But let's take a look inside. So cute, little hat boxes. turned out to be one of those days where I'm just zipping from A to B, not very much to vlog, which is why I don't normally even vlog my London days, but I've had quite a few lovely meetings today. Just met up with Kat, not photographer Kat, perfume Kat, at a restaurant called Louis, which was in central near Shaftesbury Avenue. Had a really lovely roasted aubergine for lunch, and I am like a boomerang today. I've gone from Marylebone to Chelsea to Marylebone to Central to back to Chelsea. I'm now heading to a new nail place which I basically found on TikTok, and what I love about the sound of this place is that they, as well as doing your nails, will do your brows at the same time. I'm getting deja vu. I think I might have mentioned this earlier in the vlog, but I'm going to get a Ukrainian manicure. Apparently they're really hard wearing, so even if I forget to wear my gloves to do the gardening, which we all know is how I do the gardening, this should hopefully survive, and I can get my brows laminated at the same time, and they promise that it can all be done in an hour, which sounds amazing. It sounds too good to be true. I'm meeting a friend in an hour and a half, so we shall see, but we're nearly there. It's a glorious, very warm, toasty day in London, and apparently it's raining at home, which I find so hard to believe considering how gorgeous it is here, but we're nearly there. Let's see what magic they're gonna do. Care about. Well, nails and brows done. And that efficiency was unlike anything I have seen before. The girls were such perfectionists, true artists, and oh, I'm out of breath because I just climbed 2 flights of stairs to come to the ladies. Brows are fantastic and the nails are perfect, and I've been promised that they will be super strong. This is the first time I've been able to show you outfit of the day. I've had my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝙄'𝙢 bag and this fabulous little 2-piece, which has had lots of compliments today. And I've just met up with my lovely friend Daisy, and we're going to have a nice dinner together here at Annabelle's in the garden. We're very lucky to get a table, and it is a beautiful sunny evening, so she's picked the perfect spot. And I've got to say, these are the most beautiful bathrooms in the whole of London. Look at the ceiling, covered in flowers, and these beautiful sinks. And Freddie has got this tap in her house. So fabulous. This is so random, but look, even the bins here are absolutely beautiful, and the wallpaper and these mirrors, so gorgeous. It's kind of like a Gucci boutique as a bathroom. And look, it's mother of pearl. Nails look gorgeous, so much better than they were before. I don't think I can film anywhere else here, but this whole place is just an interior dream come true. There's no one in here, so we're safe to film, but how fabulous and just over the top and amazing and just maximalist this room is. Incredible. Oh my gosh. Wow.
The ceiling, that is metallic.
Yeah.
And up as you come back in.
Oh, I see.
Okay, now falling down. That's it. Exhale up, lift the chin. There you go.
Good morning, my darlings. It's a beautiful Friday morning here in the Cotswolds. I didn't manage to get on my 7:30 Pilates this morning, so I had to do 8:30, which has really pushed back my morning a little bit, so I just kind of lent into it and I've had a very relaxed morning. I dread to think the state of my inbox right now, but I did an 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 because my hair has been quite frazzled lately, and had a little plunge outside. Of course I couldn't go in the sauna because of getting brows laminated yesterday, but I'm so happy with how they look. Just went into the shop and they've got something that I've not seen before. I love that they just get creative in the kitchen and whip things up with whatever they've got an abundance of. And we are at the very end of wild garlic season, so they must be using, oh my god, it smells so good. They must be using bits up. Sorry, my mouth is watering so much. This, I think I showed you the label, wild garlic and is it 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅? Or wild garlic and some kind of cheese, Danish. I'm gonna have to try it. Wow, that is 10 out of 10. They need to make this a permanent thing. Okay, my darlings, back home again, and I'm just sorting out my shop. I got loads of yogurt for the weekend. We've got my brother and his children coming over, we've got friends coming over, so we need to have lots of things for breakfasts and for barbecues. So loads of yogurt, lots of kefir. I put a bottle of this in my morning smoothie, so I use one of these every 2 days, and then I put tomorrow's smoothie in the empty bottle, so I always make 2 days at a time. I'm going to make my morning smoothie now. Parmesan for the tart I'm going to make, veggies. Oh, the Danish was so good. Literally 10 out of 10 breakfast. I always like to make myself a smoothie as kind of my breakfast dessert. It's something sweet after my savoury breakfast. Normally I would have boiled eggs or something, or avo toast. And today it was the wild garlic Danish, but I'm going to do my banana and cacao coffee smoothie. And this has been the real star of the show. I did not mean to match my outfit to this, but Organised has been the star of the show for my morning smoothie for the last few months now. Just got a new bag. Charlie's also obsessed with it. What this is the world's first 100% whole food beef organ blend. And I know that sounds a little bit strange, but there is actually so much goodness packed within this, and there are certain parts of an animal which contain so much goodness, so much bioavailability and nutrition, but we may not want to eat those parts of an animal, or we might not have the time or knowledge on how to cook them, and yet we can still get the goodness from, for example, the kidney, the liver, the heart, which, if you think about, for example, the supplements that I take, it's all about creating things that we consume that are made from real food ingredients. There are quite a lot of artificial versions of this out there, and versions of this which aren't grass-fed, or the animals have not had, you know, the best quality life. As with every ingredient that I choose to buy, choose to cook with, I always want it to be the best possible quality. Okay, so the best way, in my opinion, to take this, you can either make yourself a little bit of a milkshake. They do say somewhere on the pack that you can obviously just do it with milk and whisk it all together. They do have their own little whisk as well, but as you've seen me do a million times before, I like to pop it in my smoothies. So in here you've got all of the peptides, which are fantastic for the skin, amino acids, minerals, and it's all whole food. So again, our body just knows exactly what to do with the ingredients and get the most out of it. Now, I like my smoothie to be quite chocolatey. I'm popping in the Ancient and Brave cacao and reishi, which turns everything into a chocolate milkshake, scrumptious. And the Organised, by the way, it doesn't have any artificial sweeteners, but it does have, I think it's date, maple and honey. So if you were to have it just with milk, then it's still really nice and tasty. It doesn't make your milkshake taste like meat, let me tell you that for sure. Other yummy bits, peanut butter. Just check your ingredients. The only ingredient in your peanut butter should literally be roasted peanuts. Bit of salt makes it delicious. My kefir from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. Handful of nuts going in. I've got Brazil nuts, hazelnuts and walnuts. And the final ingredient is a triple shot of espresso. Yummy! Okay, let's blend it up. Oh, I forgot banana, hang on a sec. Okay, I'm being lazy and I'm using the frozen banana from my bag from Packed. I got these on Ocado. I won't be buying them again. I don't think they're really worth it, but that's the only banana I've got, so let's whiz this together. I always like to put some ice in my glass. I'm just reusing my coffee glass. Dipsy! Big stretch. And here is my super nutritious chocolate, banana, coffee, organized morning smoothie. Yummy! So there's today's and here's tomorrow's. I think if you are a mum trying to get more goodness into your children's diets, then just presenting them something like this and saying, here's your morning chocolate smoothie, but they don't know that it's packed with so much goodness with all the other ingredients, especially the organized, and it just tastes like a chocolate smoothie. I feel like this is such a good hack. I was actually just on their website and I feel like they have a lot of similar priorities to Charlie and I. They're really trying to champion more regenerative farms and smaller businesses. They've even got this little kind of egg map so you can find out where near you can get the best quality eggs, where to get the best quality milk, and really support farmers that are doing great things. So I'll leave organized down below if you are looking to add something into your morning smoothie or your coffee or your just part of your daily routine that's packed with so much goodness, so much nutrition. As I've said a million times before, you can have a really healthy diet, you can eat all the best things, and yet so many, because of the way that we've over-farmed the soil and the way that farming and supermarkets and everything works these days, we're just sadly not able to get the same amount of nutrition from our food, even if you shop from organic farm shops, as we could years ago, just because of the way that the minerals in the ground have been so depleted over time. So we do have to find more ways of bringing more minerals, more amino acids and things into our diets, and this is such a good way of doing it. And I'd wanted to find something like this for a really long time, but everything that I found online was, it had preservatives, it had artificial sweeteners, it had like sometimes the weirdest chemicals in the products, but this is just a completely whole food organ blend. So I'm really glad to have discovered Organized, and I'm very grateful to them as well. I believe we have got a discount code which will be on the screen here. I will leave it linked down below as well. I'd love for you guys to try it, and I'm sure you will become just as hooked as Charlie and I are. I'm just about to pop my hair in heatless curls, and to be honest, I'm going to put on a bikini top and shorts and sit outside, see if I can see my laptop screen to do emails outside. But before I transform into a heatwave little monster, I thought I'd show you the dress that I've been wearing this morning. Had 3 people come up to me at 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 and say how much they liked it, which was very, very kind. It's just the perfect heatwave day dress, I would say, perfect for a work day especially. It's just really nice and lightweight, lovely breathable material, bow around the waist, and it's got a few areas which are smocked, including on the back. I don't know if you can see here on the back of the sleeve, it's smocked, which is so clever because it's often more flattering if a sleeve fits you properly, but if they're too tight, it can just be so uncomfortable. The length is really lovely. It's just really one of those easy to throw on, wear it every day summer dresses, and pockets too. But as I said, I am going to pop on a bikini top and shorts and sit outside to get my work done. And just for a dose of reality, this is what I actually am going to be looking like today. I am so in love with this lemon yellow shirt. I've popped it on over the top of my matching bikini top. I do love a bandeau style bikini on days like today. And then I've got my little white shorts on. These are also from the High Street, and the belt. Such an amazing dupe. Don't think we're even allowed to say that anymore. But yeah, it's under £20. I'll leave this link down below. So this is the heatwave working outside outfit of the day. I'll try working outside. I do have the new MacBook, and apparently it's got a new very jazzy screen that you can still see it out in the sun. So we shall see. I am going to put it to the test. Okay, little laptop review in case anyone was interested about the new MacBook. You probably can't see anything here, but I can see this screen clear as day. Like, it's perfect. It's as though I'm sat inside. And any screen that's quite dark, so for example this, is really reflective and it's a little bit harder to see. But like my inbox, my Dropbox, we have a big Dropbox with all of the content that we're working on. And yeah, it's super clear. So if anyone has been thinking about getting the new laptop and loves to WFG, work from garden, then yeah, I can confirm that the new screen is really, really clever and I can see it perfectly. Yay, finally! Again, my darlings, it is now 6:15 in the evening and we've spent all day outside, which has been so lovely. I have done everything I needed to do work-wise. Really impressed with the screen on the laptop and also ticked off a few of the less glamorous and exciting gardening jobs. This is the Merit Minimalist foundation stick, which is great for those top-ups when you don't want to completely redo your makeup. Yeah, I needed to prune the dead blooms from the viburnum and some of our hydrangeas and most importantly our lilac tree, because that will really help to encourage more blooms next year. So I'm really glad I ticked those jobs off my list. I've been looking at the viburnum every day. Oh, did you see that? Oh, I'm sorry, Buggy. There was a green bug crawling down my forehead. That is the price you got to pay with gardening. I do get covered in bugs. So that was very productive. I wouldn't normally redo my makeup at this time on a Friday. However, Charlie just let me know that he's booked us a table or a reservation at Herd, H-E-R-D, at Toddenham Manor Farm. And we've not been there as kind of normal dining customers before. We only went to their opening party. But I've heard just the most amazing things, so really, really looking forward to that. And it's the perfect evening for it. It is such a beautiful evening. This is the Laura Mercier powder that I'm popping on now. I mentioned this powder in a vlog a couple of vlogs ago and I said I didn't know if it was going to be dark enough or pigmented enough. And a few of you commented saying that you'd seen other content creators using it and you really have to just kind of swirl your brush around it and then it does pick up colour. And I agree, and now I really love it, so thank you for your words of advice. But I'm still just deeply in love with the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 blushes. I showed you these again a couple of vlogs ago. My favourite is Brick Beach, strange name, number 5. It's so pigmented, you really don't want to pick up too much at all. Super happy with my eyebrows, by the way. They didn't make them too dark and I just love a multitask. The fact that the girls did it, or one girl did it while I was getting my nails done. I just love that. I love any kind of multitasking beauty treatment. This is the Estee Lauder X La Durée palette. This was such a nice collaboration. You might remember a few months ago now. I went to an afternoon tea at La Durée in Covent Garden. I showed that within a vlog and that was to launch this palette and I love it. If you love warm tones, if you love really wearable pinks, this is a gorgeous one. One of my favourite lip liners is this one from Kiko. It's called Everlasting Colour Precision Lip Liner in the shade possibly 22, I think, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Such a nice, like slightly darker than my actual lips. So if you really want your lips to look quite big, then this is a good one. MAC Kinda Sexy. Oh, I've got seaweed between my teeth. I just had a little 𝑭𝒐𝙂 seaweed snack. And then I'm going to use Merit Beauty's Tint, Renew Lip Oil in the shade Tint. So it's nice and hydrating. Ooh. Oh my gosh. That is how to make it look as though you've had lip filler. That is the dream combo. Not that that's necessarily a desirable look, but if you do want plump lips, wow. That is a great combo. These three, Kiko, MAC, Merit Beauty. This lip oil is honestly amazing and it's so hydrating. Every time I use it, I'm like, oh, I forgot how much I love this. And you know what? I have not worn highlight in so long. This is my favorite from Dior. Very bougie. But because I don't use highlight very often, it's nice to have a luxurious one. Because honestly, this lasts for years, so you might as well treat yourself. Okay, I can't actually do my makeup setting mist because my eyebrows are not allowed to get wet. I was very careful in the plunge pool this morning, so I'm gonna decide what to wear, and let's get ready to head to Herd. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. I've got a secret stash in here of the 𝑙INT Dubai chocolate, and I am absolutely ravenous. So I'm just gonna treat myself to a couple of squares. Ooh. And then I need to put it in the fridge because it's actually going to melt in here. Now that so many brands have got their own version of the Dubai pistachio chocolate, let me know down below which one is everyone loving right now. I'm still yet to find one as good as the 𝑙INT. In my opinion, it's the best. Aside from obviously the real Dubai chocolate. Okay, I've popped on my nice dress that I was wearing earlier, and I realised I'd had a delivery earlier today from 𝑔𝒁𝙗, and it's, I read the little PR card, and it's a nice hair oil. I had heatless curls in for probably only 45 minutes today because I wanted to film a silly TikTok, and in that video I thought it'd be dramatic if I took out my heatless curls, so they weren't the biggest success. The Abbé Royale range from 𝑔𝒁𝙗 is so gorgeous. It's they use royal jelly, which is so fantastic for your skin, fantastic for your hair. This is a repairing and protecting leave-in honey bond treatment. Wow. And apparently you can put it in the ends of dry hair, so that is what I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh, smells expensive. Probably got a little bit too much here. I just did 3 pumps. I feel like that's a lot. That's a lot. Ooh, but my hair feels like it is drinking it in. Oh my goodness, that truly smells so good. I would put this in my hair just for the smell, but feels really, really soothing and smoothing. What does it say? 93% naturally derived ingredients. More than 10 years of research dedicated to honey's repairing powers, the Black Bee honey repair technology is comprised of 4 repairing honey, soothing arginine, fortifying D-panthenol, and color protecting cassia alata extract with honey bond complex. The bandage effect, no rinse hair care, delivers double action, visibly repairs hair fiber, protects from humidity, and ooh, that's interesting, protects from humidity, so it could be a really good one on holiday, and heat styling tools up to 230 degrees C. From the first use, hair is more resilient against breakage. That's what I need. Frizz is controlled and lengths are disciplined. Over day by day, hair is replumped, soft and shiny. Golly! Sounds amazing. Well, I'll stick with it. I will pop a few pumps in every day because my hair is quite dry and frazzled at the moment from all the colour treatment. That's why I'm trying not to use heat on it at the moment. So, we shall see. Anyway, let's get going. I have just sprayed the most beautiful fragrance that I have smelt in a very long time. This is from Ferragamo, I've never had one of their fragrances before, but wow, I bet Charlie's gonna love this. This is such an elegant fragrance. It's got notes of white pear and gardenia. It's floral, but also like it smells like it's going to be long lasting, summery, but very elevated. Quite hard to describe, but I do want to say it smells expensive. It smells like an expensive perfume, but not oudy, because often I think of an oudy scent when I think of expensive smelling perfumes. It also smells like it's going to be really long lasting. I've just put a couple of mists on my dress. We'll report back, but wow, this is stunning. If you're anywhere near a counter or can get a sample of this, I'll see if I can find somewhere and link it down below, but oh my gosh, first impression of that, amazing. Summer fragrance, sorted.
Here's my Uber.
Okay, cheers mate.
Smoked potatoes.
Oh my gosh, burgers for me, thank you. Oh my goodness me. My goodness, what a feast. I have got a double patty smash burger, Shake Shack, eat your heart out. We've got some courgettes with pea shoots, some haricot vert beans. Charlie's got two main courses.
And beans.
Oh yeah.
And feta.
And almonds. Then I've got a miso aubergine and some spiced chips. Really good. He's happy.
Good morning, my darlings. I just wanted to show you, because I did promise that I would show the 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒅 the jasmine, before the end of the vlog, and as predicted, it is, I would say, about 50% in bloom. In the mornings and most predominantly in the evenings, these little blooms give off the most amazing fragrance. Such a delicate note. If you've ever had a jasmine perfume, you'll probably be familiar with the smell of jasmine. And I love that it's here by our doorway, because when you come in and out of the house, you just get this really delicate fragrance. And I just think the flowers are so pretty. They really are. I'm currently doing my morning watering before it gets too warm. We've got a really toasty week this week, and while some things like 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 is fast becoming one of my favourite perennials. You just don't even need to care for it. You just leave it and it does its own thing. I might even plant some in the base of these trees, because what we've been doing, and I think this was Charlie's idea, so full credit to him, I've got the hose pipe in here because there is a hydrangea in here. It's probably had enough actually. Yeah, there's a hydrangea in there, and hydrangeas, as you might be able to guess from the name, Hydra, they like a lot of water. But as you can see here, the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 spilling down the edges just looks so pretty. Leave that in there for a few minutes. Lavender, on the other hand, does not like to be watered. It likes dry, gritty conditions. So we've got some horticultural grit in the soil there. These little pots actually live inside, but it's kind of too warm. So we've moved everything around. Got my morning coffee here while I finished clipping the dead heads off the viburnum plant, and every angle that I approach it from I see more, so every time I walk by I'm just trying to deadhead as many as possible, like I did with the lilac, and this will just help encourage more blooms next year. And then just given the greenhouse a really thorough water, and the kitchen garden a bit of a sprinkle, but this is what I wanted to show you. So this is a tub with a ridgeron floating down the edges, and then we've got the hydrangea in the middle. What does Monty Don say? A filler, a spiller, and a thriller. So the filler and the spiller in this case is the ridgeron, and does he say thriller? I don't know. The main thing is the hydrangea. But even if you live in a city and you've got just a patio, you could do a tub like this and it would just bring you so much joy. You could even do some tubs of herbs like this. Got the rosemary next to it if you want some edibles. And I was actually, I think it was in the last vlog, or maybe the beginning of this one, I was a little bit against Charlie buying more of the foxglove digitalis, these ones, because I just thought we have got far too many. But I will take my hat off to him, because in this border here by the greenhouse, they look absolutely amazing. They filled in the gaps absolutely beautifully. Anyway, I'm going to finish my morning coffee and I'll catch up with you later. Hello my darlings, it is the next day. I am wearing a top. By the way, I realised that could look a little bit rude. That was such an incredible evening last night. I feel like 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 is such a local hidden gem. Not enough people know about it yet, but I think that once the word really gets out, then it's just going to be so incredibly popular. The team there are so lovely, the chef is so incredibly talented, and that burger was one of the, definitely the best burger I've ever had locally. One of the top 3 burgers I've ever had, and I've had a lot of burgers, so I would definitely recommend a visit there, especially if you want just a really real Cotswold experience. The views are amazing, the vibes are great. They do Sunday roasts, and then they also do pizzas on Sunday evenings and on Thursdays, so couldn't recommend that any more highly. Today I am just going to quickly show you a few H&M bits. I like to show you them as quickly as I can because they do sell out so quickly, but they are having an amazing season at the moment. So as always, I'm going to leave all of these bits linked in the description box down below. Charlie and I have got a little abroad work trip in just over a week's time, and I wanted some nice little bits from the high street, so I thought I would share them with you. I did actually share this the last time I did an H&M order. However, the one that I ordered last time I think was a medium and it was too big, so I've got a small. However, it's quite tight, so I would say that their sizing is a little bit questionable on this, but in terms of summer dresses, it's pretty much perfection. You've got this super elasticated bandeau style bodice, which because it is so elasticy, it does hold up really, really well. And then it's almost like a seersucker material, nice and lightweight. I feel like if you've spent the day at the beach, this would just be a fantastic one to throw on afterwards. So nice length, kind of like a midi length dress. And yeah, just beautiful, beautiful fabric. Nice with a straw bag, a hat, speaking of which. I actually ordered 2 hats in this order. I thought I ordered a visor as well, but maybe I didn't. I thought this one just looked really cute, kind of like a little scarecrow style hat, probably for gardening. I just think it's adorable. I really do feel like a little scarecrow. I've got a hair clip in at the moment, so it's not sitting. Oh, let's just take it out. I do have quite a large head actually, so I often have to get size large for the hats, but that is just absolutely adorable. I want one that I don't need to worry about it being too beautiful, so if I fling compost on myself then it's not the end of the world, but straw, as well as just going with the vibe. I feel like it's quite airy, so on a warm day like today, it is quite toasty today, then it's just, yeah, quite breathable. I love this. This is the perfect Josie gardening outfit. To most people it would be far too OTT for gardening, but I like to feel glam when I'm gardening, so this is perfection. So this little 2-piece, I was really, really drawn to the colour. I think it's so vibrant and fun, perfect I would say as a wedding guest outfit, an amazing, really affordable wedding guest outfit, and really versatile for wearing after a special occasion because you can wear the top and the skirt separately. Skirt is the exact same colour but doesn't have the shirred detail, so the top would be really nice with a pair of, do you know what, little white shorts. This top would be so nice with the shorts. And then the skirt has got a super elasticated waistband, so really comfortable, especially at weddings and events like that where you just want to eat and then dance and be comfortable. I think if you catch a little bit of a tan, a natural glow, then this colour is really, really nice. I popped on a teeny little bit of 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝙒𝙢. I'll leave the exact tan link down below. Last night I was a bit fragrant, but now I think it looks really nice and natural. The only issue that I slightly have is with the neckline of this. I think I almost need, in fact I'd like your advice, can I starch fabric? Do people still starch things? Because it kind of needs holding up, and I have a really special event next week that I would like to wear my 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒅 dress, I'll pop a photo on the screen here, to this event, but the ruffles on that are a bit sticking out at weird angles because I think I stored it badly, so I need to find a way of smoothing that fabric out, so any tips would be greatly appreciated. But again, with the skirt, I think with a nice little white strappy top, this will be gorgeous. So a really nice versatile set in such a fun, joyful colour for summer. So I have to be honest, I think a slightly more structured pair of shorts would probably be a better pairing for this top. However, I do think these shorts are perfection. You could turn this into a little bit of a crop top if you wanted to. I mean, I don't know, that's it feels like it's giving Love Island. But I think the shorts are really, really nice. I think H&M do amazing affordable shorts. These ones have got the pockets, they've got a really nice drawstring detail around the waist, nice pleat detail as well, which you don't often get in these more affordable shorts designs. I'm going to try these with a bikini top. Okay, so this bikini top, again, I showed you a couple of videos ago and I love it. I love the colour, I love a square neckline, I just think it's so pretty, and it's a slightly better way of showing off the shorts, which are definitely going to be a keeper. I find little white shorts like this perfect for summer, perfect for this heat wave that we've been promised. Cannot wait for that. So yeah, beautiful, 2 winners. And then the other kind of hat, kind of visor that I ordered was this one. I just love wearing a visor when I'm working outside. I feel that it helps me to see the screen a little bit more, and if you are concerned about, this is giving is it Meredith Blake? Is that her name in Parent Trap? Yeah, I think it is. You can call me Meredith. And no, what's the salad thing? I don't know. Yeah, it's got a weird flop to it. Maybe I need to, there we go, just play around with it a little bit more. Something a little bit cowgirl-esque about it, but again, I've got my hair clip in, so it's not sitting quite perfectly. Oh, I don't know, I need to have a little play with it. But for working outside, working from the garden, I think this is an essential. Okay, yellow and brown, I would say not a great combo. However, I just do want to show you these shorts. There's no there's no zip or anything with these. It's just purely elasticated, and they come with this belt, which I really like. I love a raffia belt. It's one where you just kind of choose where you want to stab the thing through, which I always think is going to end up ruining the belt in the long run, but it never seems to actually mark it. So it's great if you do want to loosen it off in the middle of the day. I would probably say the colour combo is just really not right. Let's pretend I'm wearing a different top. But I think with a nice white billowy shirt, they are really, really comfortable shorts. And again, really good for gardening because of the colour. If I wipe my hands on them, then that's absolutely perfect. And I do really like this belt. I can see myself taking this off and wearing it over some nice dresses as well. I think that would look really lovely. And the last item is an epic fail. I can't believe it. These trousers, I'm literally clutching at them because they're not high-waisted. I didn't realise that non-high-waisted trousers were still in production, but they hang below my tummy button. Honestly, who is that flattering on? Because it is certainly not flattering on me. I never want to see my tummy button or anyone else's tummy button. I just find it just not flattering. Unless you are a teenager and you're teeny weeny, I honestly, please feel free to kick off in the comments if you think this is me being really out of order. I don't want to see your toes, and I don't want to see your tummy bun. That's all. But no, I'll show you because they are really nice. I'm not gonna let you see my tummy button because I just honestly think it's so weird and unflattering. I would have liked these trousers because they are banana and pajama vibes, quite cute. I like that they're an elasticated waistband, but seriously, they should have finished here, not if I let go they literally like hang down there, which is such a shame. Cute little pockets, and if you are a teenager they're very cute and comfy. I wouldn't even wear them as pajama bottoms. I just like the waistband to literally be around my waist. Shame, but I'm gonna pop on the white shorts for my afternoon in the garden. Yeah, such a weird height. Okay, my darlings, I thought I would just end the vlog by showing you a very random selection of bits and bobs from the post, but finishing with a few little home bits from H&M. I've only ordered one of each bit because they looked really gorgeous, but I have to run these things by his lordship, so we will see. But first of all, I just think this is the cutest little set. So I think we call it cabbage wear when it looks like a cabbage leaf, but this is essentially an espresso cup. Or I mentioned literally now like 2 months ago and still have not yet made one, that I would like to start trying matcha straight. I don't know what the terminology is when you don't mix it with milk. Americano? Matcha Americano? I don't know, but I thought that would be quite a nice way of having it, and just gorgeous. It does feel very thin. It says recycled ceramics. I have never heard of that before, but how lovely. And then even if I don't end up getting the full set, although it would be adorable having a dinner party and serving everyone this on their place settings, really nice for presenting a little tart or a few radishes from the kitchen garden. And again, this says 50% recycled, but the quality does feel nice. It does feel thin. If you drop this, it will smash into a million smithereens, but not to be recommended with any ceramics. And then we've got the larger bowl here, again, really lovely for salads. So even if I just keep this set as presentation dishes, I think they are very pretty. A usual delivery that we get every couple of weeks, we've got our Citizens of Soil subscription, and I always love to see who has produced the oil, where it's come from. This one is from Sicily, and it's from the Cerullo family from Agrigento, a stone's throw from the Mediterranean Sea. And the Cerullo family have been cultivating olives in this region for 4 generations. How amazing is that? It's just so lovely that you get the little personal touch of learning about the family, learning about the farm, even in this case, seeing a photo of the farm. That is where this has been produced. How lovely. And then this time we've got a recipe, a seasonal recipe of caramelized courgette orzo. That sounds amazing. My courgettes are really close to being on their summer routine. I think they're about this big at the moment. In fact, we'll go and have a little look, but it won't be long until they're all out. And then Charlie has just reminded me that in the fridge we've got a nonna tonda, which is our favorite pasta delivery. By the way, Citizens of Soil Josie Olive 10, I think, is our discount code. It gets you 10% off your olive oil subscription, which I think is the best gift idea ever, by the way, or just amazing to have if you're into your cooking and your ingredients. This is a carbonara with pancetta tesa, which honestly sounds like my dream dish. Wow, with cackled bean eggs. It actually tells you that it's made with cackled bean eggs, which are local to us. Pecorino, add a splash of pasta water for a smooth, creamy carbonara. Again, they're really on it with their ingredients and the quality. Oh, and there's even some historical information here. Carbonara came to life in Rome during World War II when American soldiers introduced eggs and bacon to Italian kitchens. Who knew? Love learning little snippets like that. Another random thing in the post today, tallow and ash. They make the really lovely laundry detergents that just smell amazing, and they do these discovery kits. If you're going on a holiday and you're staying in an apartment where you have your own washing machine, or you're coming to stay at Strawtop Cottage where you have a washing machine and you want to do your laundry while you're there, maybe if you've got children or a messy husband, then these are really great because you get the laundry shampoo and conditioner in the sachets, I think it's £10 for the Discovery sets. You can find your favourite fragrance. I like fresh pistachio. I've got it as a room fabric mist and it's really fresh. I think it's got neroli, pistachio, jasmine, vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood. They work with really expert perfumers, so it literally makes your clothes smell like you're wearing perfume even though they just come out of the wash and smell incredible. And then these bags, I use them for washing my reusable cotton pads, so very, very handy to hold on to those. So nice, we've got a top up of that. Very boring, but I got some reusable food storage bags. These ones, I think, are the more sturdy ones. So these ones are reusable and quite big. So at this time of year, when things come into season in the garden, like beans, even slices of courgette, I don't like anything going to waste, so I can store them in here. And I think these bags are dishwasher, even microwave oven safe. So just, oh, there's literally an information sheet here. Yeah, they're definitely dishwasher safe, which is great. Recyclable, oh, do not microwave. Recommended for use for, oh, makeup and toiletry items. Yeah, good for travel. Sandwiches, lunch, meats, cold pasta salads, meal prep, chips. I can't imagine I'd ever have any chips left over to put in here, but it's an idea. I think I got these on Amazon. I will leave them linked down below. And then we've got the compostable freezer bags. Sometimes you just need a single-use one for maybe taking some dates with you to work or some energy balls. So these ones are compostable, which doesn't make me feel quite so bad about using a single-use sandwich bag. Then we've just got a couple of little beauty bits from Swede. I really like their lipsticks and lip liners, and they've just released mascara. What's this? Oh yay, we've got a lip liner here in the shade Dream Bigger. It looks like my perfect shade of pink. Yes, look at that. That is my dream lip liner shade, and then you can use this brush to smudge it in if you want your entire lips to be this colour. I won't use it now because I'm about to go and take my makeup off, but that is beautiful. I have got a heat protection hairspray from Living Proof. I love their hairsprays. They're really good at brushing out straight away if you've done a nice hairstyle and then you want to reset it. And this one says you can spray on damp or dry hair and then style. I've seen people spraying their hair and then using things like the Dyson Airwrap or the Shark Flex hair thing. I've never tried that personally. I imagine that it gets your device a little bit clacky, but I'll give it a go. I'll report back. And then finally, we've got a new SPF 50 here from Clé de Peau. For skin radiance that evolves day by day, a creamy sunscreen with adaptable inner shield technology to support the skin's natural protective abilities. That sounds good. Perfect timing with this sunny week we're about to have. And their products always just look absolutely gorgeous. They do a hand cream like this as well, and it's always a good idea to use SPF hand cream, especially if you're driving, because this is an area that really shows our age as well. Oh, that's going to be gorgeous under makeup. Well, my darlings, I'm actually going to end the vlog here. I know it's been a slightly shorter one than usual, but that is what happens when I have a London day. But I'm going to bid you good night. I'm really excited for you to see the next vlog. It's going to be very different to anything that I've ever shared on YouTube before. A little bit of a... actually, I don't want to say too much. Don't want to say too much. I'm intrigued to see people's reaction to it. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm also going to say make sure you properly watch the next vlog. All will become clear on Sunday. But anyway, my darlings, thank you for watching today's vlog. I will see you very soon in the next one. Good night.